Retirement, it's the dream, right? Kicking back, relaxing, and enjoying the fruits of your labor. But here's the thing about retirement. It's not one size fits all. There's no magic number that screams, "You're ready to retire." It's personal, folks. Just like your journey through life is unique, so is your retirement. Your retirement number, the amount of money you need to live comfortably, depends on a bunch of factors. Think about it. Do you dream of traveling the world, or are you happy puttering in your garden? Do you want to live in a bustling city or a peaceful countryside cottage? Your health, your family situation, your lifestyle choices, they all play a part in determining how much money you'll need. So before you start picturing yourself sipping margaritas on a beach, which, hey, you totally deserve, let's get real about what your retirement will actually look like and how much it's going to cost. Remember, your retirement, your rules. Let's figure out what works for you. Now let's talk about your dream retirement. What does it look like? Are you cruising the Caribbean, exploring ancient ruins, or perfecting your golf swing? Or maybe you're snuggled up with a good book, volunteering in your community, or spoiling your grandkids rotten. Whatever your vision, it's going to cost money. And the fancier your dreams, the bigger that price tag is going to be. Think about where you want to live. A swanky condo in New York City will set you back a lot more than a cozy cabin in the woods. And don't forget about healthcare. As you get older, healthcare costs tend to rise. Factor in those potential expenses too. The good news is, once you've got a handle on what you want your retirement to look like, you can start figuring out how much it's going to cost. Knowledge is power, folks. Okay, let's talk about a handy little guideline called the 4% rule. It's not a magic solution, but it can give you a good starting point for figuring out how much you need to retire. The 4% rule basically says that you can withdraw 4% of your retirement savings each year without running out of money for at least 30 years. Let's say you've got a nest egg of $1 million saved up. Go you! According to the 4% rule, you could withdraw $40,000 in your first year of retirement. Now remember, this is just a guideline. Your actual withdrawal rate might be higher or lower depending on your individual circumstances. Factors like inflation, market returns, and your life expectancy can all impact how long your money will last. It's always best to talk to a financial advisor to get personalized advice. But for a quick and dirty estimate, the 4% rule is a great place to start. All right, it's time to get down to brass tacks. We need to figure out how much money you'll actually need each year to live comfortably in retirement. Don't worry, it's not as scary as it sounds. Just grab a pen and paper, or better yet, open up a spreadsheet. We're going to break down your estimated annual expenses. First up, housing. Will you stay in your current home, downsize, or relocate to a retirement haven? Factor in costs like mortgage payments, property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. Next, food. Think about your grocery bills, dining out habits, and any dietary restrictions you might have. Then there's transportation. Will you keep your car, rely on public transportation, or become a bike riding enthusiast? Don't forget about healthcare. Estimate your premiums, deductibles, co-pays, and any potential out-of-pocket expenses. And lastly, factor in all the fun stuff. Travel, entertainment, hobbies, spoiling your grandkids. These are the things that make retirement enjoyable. Be realistic about your spending habits and prioritize what brings you joy. Remember, this is just an estimate. Your actual expenses may vary. Section 5, Inflation, the silent retirement fund killer. Let's talk about inflation, the silent killer of retirement funds. Inflation is like that sneaky little creature that slowly but surely eats away at the value of your money over time. What you could buy for $100 today might cost you $110 or even $120 a few years down the road. That's why it's crucial to factor inflation into your retirement planning. Your expenses will likely increase over time, so you need to make sure your savings are growing at a rate that outpaces inflation. One way to do this is to invest your money wisely in assets that have historically outperformed inflation, such as stocks and real estate. Another strategy is to adjust your withdrawal rate over time. Instead of withdrawing a fixed 4% each year, you might consider withdrawing a slightly lower percentage in the early years of retirement and gradually increasing it over time to keep pace with inflation. Remember, inflation is a fact of life, but it doesn't have to derail your retirement dreams. Section 6. Beyond savings, Social Security and other income streams. When it comes to retirement income, your savings are just one piece of the puzzle. Don't forget about other potential income streams, such as Social Security, pensions, and even part-time work. Social Security is a government program that provides retirement, disability, and survivor benefits to eligible individuals. The amount you receive depends on your work history and when you start collecting benefits. If you're fortunate enough to have a pension plan through your employer, that's another source of guaranteed income in retirement. And hey, retirement doesn't have to mean sitting on a rocking chair all day. Many retirees enjoy staying active and engaged by working part-time, either for extra income or simply for the social interaction and sense of purpose it provides. By diversifying your income streams, you can create a more secure and sustainable retirement plan. So be sure to factor in all potential sources of income when calculating your retirement needs. Section 7. Calculate your retirement number. It's like magic, but with math. All right, folks, time for a little math. Don't worry, it's not as scary as it sounds. We're going to calculate your estimated retirement savings needs. Grab your calculator and let's get started. First, take your estimated annual retirement expenses. We figured that out in Section 4, remember? Next, determine your estimated annual income from other sources, such as Social Security, pensions, or part-time work. Section 6 was all about that. Subtract your estimated annual income from your estimated annual expenses. This gives you the amount of money you'll need to withdraw from your savings each year. Now multiply that number by 25. This is based on the 4% rule, which assumes you can safely withdraw 4% of your savings each year in retirement. The resulting number is your estimated retirement savings needs. Keep in mind that this is just an estimate and your actual needs may vary. It's always best to consult with a financial advisor for personalized advice. Save early, retire happy, the power of compound interest. Let's talk about the magic of compound interest. It's like a snowball effect for your savings. The earlier you start saving, the more time your money has to grow exponentially. Imagine this. You invest $10,000 today and earn a 7% annual return. After 1 year, you'll have $10,700. But here's where the magic happens. In the second year, you're not just earning interest on your original $10,000, but also on the $700 you earned in interest the previous year. This compounding effect continues year after year, resulting in exponential growth over time. The sooner you start saving, the more time your money has to compound and grow. So even if you can only afford to save a small amount each month, start now. Expect the unexpected emergency funds and retirement surprises. Life is full of surprises, and not all of them are pleasant. That's why it's crucial to have an emergency fund both before and during retirement. An emergency fund is a stash of cash that you set aside for unexpected expenses, such as medical bills, car repairs, or home maintenance. Having an emergency fund can help you avoid dipping into your retirement savings or going into debt when unexpected costs arise. Aim to have 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses saved in an easily accessible account. In addition to an emergency fund, it's also wise to plan for potential unexpected expenses in retirement. These might include long-term care costs, helping out family members, or simply dealing with the rising cost of living. By anticipating and planning for these potential expenses, you can create a more secure and less stressful retirement. Remember, it's better to be over-prepared than caught off guard. Retirement planning, your roadmap to financial freedom. Retirement planning might seem daunting, but it doesn't have to be. Think of it as creating a roadmap to your financial freedom. Just like any journey, it's best to have a plan in place to help you reach your destination. Start by setting clear retirement goals. What do you want your retirement to look like? When do you want to retire? How much money will you need to support your desired lifestyle? Once you have a clear vision, you can start developing a plan to achieve your goals. This might involve creating a budget, establishing an emergency fund, investing wisely, and reviewing your plan regularly. Don't be afraid to seek professional guidance from a financial advisor. They can help you create a personalized plan that aligns with your unique circumstances and goals. Remember, the earlier you start planning, the better prepared you'll be for a comfortable and enjoyable retirement. Take control of your future. Start planning today. Retirement might seem like a lifetime away, but the truth is, it sneaks up on you faster than you think. The sooner you start planning, the the better prepared you'll be to enjoy your golden years without financial stress. Take control of your future and start planning today. It's never too early or too late to start making smart financial decisions that will set you up for a comfortable and enjoyable retirement. Remember, your future self will thank you.